Good morning, I'm Faye Thompson. This morning we're going to do another recipe for you, and it's Italian beef potato casserole. And it's not very complicated, it's easy to do, and I think you'll like it. First of all, the recipe has the potatoes in it, and you have to slice them thin. So there's 4 average-sized potatoes. And all I do is just peel them. I have a little peeler here. You can use any kind you want. This is one I like to use. It's quick and easy. Now,
Wait, did I show you? Okay.
The next thing we're going to do is slice this potato. And I'm going to do it on a mandolin. I've got 2 or 3 electric slicers, but most of them, they're not large enough to get down in the, like my food processor. I can't get this down in the feeding tube, and I can't use it. So I use this mandolin a lot. And you can set it to any thickness almost you want to. You can also use it to make your little indentions like you see potatoes a lot of times. I'm going to go ahead and do the 4, but if that looks like too many, I may not put them all in the casserole. We can tell that when we start though. See up under there, we're getting these little thin slices, and what you want to do is keep them in water because they might turn if you don't. We're going to brown our ground beef. We have to have 1.5 pounds, and this is not quite 1.5 pounds, so I'm going to take a little bit out of this one to make up for it. That should be enough right there. We're going to add 1.5 cups of chopped onions, mashed up garlic. So now we're going to take this to the stove and brown it. We'll put it on about medium-high. And what I want to do is crush that meat up, that ground beef. I like to use this thing. We sure don't need that in lumps, so we're just going to brown this, and then we'll put it in a casserole and bake it in the oven. It takes about an hour or longer. You know, potatoes, it takes a while to cook potatoes. And then you want to check them after that hour, and if they're not cooked as tender as you want them, I just keep them in there for a while. This seems like it's chopping up pretty good. Now we've got ground beef, onion, and garlic in this. This is the only thing that we preheat. After we do this, we layer it to get it in the oven. I think our ground beef is ready to drain. We're going to have to drain some of this liquid off of here. You know, I've almost had to quit using my cast iron cookware because I'm not strong enough to handle it anymore. These big vessels really get tired on a 92-year-old, almost 93. I'm not strong as I used to be. Now that our hamburger is brown, we're going to start adding the other ingredients. It's 32 ounces of spaghetti sauce. I don't use a lot of spaghetti sauce because I make my own. I make my own, and it would not fit this recipe, so I had to go back. Okay, we got a 32 ounces of the tomato sauce. Next, we're going to put a 1/2 cup of water, basil and oregano, 1 teaspoon each. Basil and oregano, and pepper is 1/4 teaspoon. We just got to mix this up real good. Be sure those spices are mixed up good. We're going to take a 9 by 13 casserole dish, and I'm going to spray it with Pam. We spray it pretty good. I'm taking 1/3 of the meat mixture. The reason for that is this is layered. The next thing we do is put a layer of potatoes on it. And you can overlap these if you want to. I think I like potatoes any way you fix them. You know, it takes potatoes a good while to cook. And if there's anything I hate is to eat potatoes not cooked. You go sometime order baked potatoes, and if they're not cooked real good, I don't like them. Okay, we're going to put another layer of the meat mixture on top of all that. Okay, we're going to add another layer of potatoes. I think we're going to use all of these potatoes. Maybe they call those average potatoes. Oh, okay, we're going to put the rest of the meat sauce on here now. We're going to cover it with foil, and I'm going to put it in a 375-degree oven, and it's supposed to cook an hour. But like I told you earlier, if those potatoes are not done enough or tender enough for you to please you, just don't worry about leaving them in the oven longer. Time it for an hour, and then we'll check it. Those potatoes feel tender now. I think we'll take that out and put our cheese on it, and we'll uncover it and put it back in there. And we're going to sprinkle these 2 cups of mozzarella cheese on the top, and we're going to put it back in there and let it cook another about 5 minutes, probably just enough for this to melt good. Okay, ready to put that back in the oven. We're not going to cover it now to put it back in the oven. Now, our 5 minutes is up and our cheese is melted, so we're ready to take the casserole out. It's finished. Now that our casserole is finished, I'm going to take a little edge out of it and taste of this. That is very good. You're going to have to try this. And I think your family will enjoy it, and it's something you can come in from work and throw it together pretty quick. I hope you do try it, and I hope you enjoy it. And I hope I see you on another video.